If I didn't ask, right, or if I didn't offer it to them, that look, would you consider this? This wouldn't have happened.
If we had to create a pie chart and put your whole entire body of work in Dubai, how is it segmented up into where you've sold? Like which areas and what type of properties?
I've sold, majority would be JVC, because I've sold some few buildings there, not one but a few.
Okay.
So a majority of the pie, if when it comes to sales, for me personally, would be JVC.
Nice.
You know, but not just the individual apartments, but entire buildings as well.
Plots, buildings.
Buildings.
Okay, buildings.
Yeah.
How does that come around? From focusing on rentals in sports cities.
Look,
selling
end of the day,
buildings?
my goal was not rentals, right?
Yeah.
When I started, I had to just survive because I was new into the city, and I had to establish myself. One thing which I did was I was very clear that when I came over here, I wanted to, earn money here to live here. I didn't want to, come here with money, from back home and say, I'm going to live here, because that I didn't want to do that. And so when I started, rentals was not the goal, but rentals I did just to get a hang of it to survive, and then straight started looking at, bigger deals slowly. End of the day, it was, through networking, you keep meeting the right people, spend time with the right people, and try and see how you can then offer them something.
Yeah.
And what happened is one sale led to the another, the other led to the other, it was, and that too, again, it was giving the client solution. What happened is my first big sale, the way I did it, I was actually trying to rent a full building, for one of my clients for their staff accommodation. I did everything. We agreed upon everything. We were about to finalize the contract, and the landlord became a little greedy, and the deal didn't go through. Now, in all this, I was 100% transparent with my client, so the client had 100% trust in me, right? They didn't blame me for the deal not going through, because they knew it was not my mistake. It was the landlord who got greedy. So they said, look, Tahir, we know you've worked hard, so we're not going to anyone else. We'll stick with you. Find us some other option. And I was just discussing this with a friend, and my friend says, oh, listen, what would they, they're looking for their staff to rent, or would they buy? So I said, I haven't asked, right? So the next day, what I do is ask them. I said, look, you know what? You're seeing for your own staff, and they own hotels and all. So I said, you're not going to sell this asset. You have this big asset, and you're renting for your staff. I said, would you consider buying? So they said, what do you have? So I had a building in JVC, which was offered to me through a friend that I know the owner. I can connect you. I said, okay, fine. And I just offered it to them. I said, look, there's this building. It's getting handed over in 2 months. Matches the timeline when you're looking at moving in. Would you consider buying it? And they said, okay, let me discuss. What's the price? Blah, blah, blah. 2 days down the line, we love this idea. Let's go and see it. Went on a Thursday. I still remember, went on a Thursday, saw everything. Friday again, second viewing. Sunday again, they wanted to view. Did a viewing, took all the plans, this, that, did all their numbers and all. And then I get a call on Monday, oh yes, done. And I'm like, it doesn't happen this way.
What year was this?
This was 75 million.
What year?
2016.
Oh wow. So
So I was like, okay, fine, I didn't believe it.
Yeah.
I said, people say, and
because you hear, I've seen it so many times.
So many
People
times
come
we
in the office
hear,
and go, I've got this deal.
and this is what I tell everyone, like, till the time you don't get your commission, don't think the deal is done, because there's so many other horror stories in the city.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, fine. And then, eventually things just fell in place, and, they bought. And, that then opened doors for something else, and, it's one after the other.
Yeah, wow, that's great. 75 million.
Yeah.
So the title's got to be how one question leads to selling a building for
75 million. 100%. I mean, look, because if I didn't ask, right, or if I didn't offer it to them, that look, would you consider this? This wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
This was, and literally this was, on WhatsApp, right? Yeah. I was just chatting with the guy, and I said, would you consider this, right? And he's like, okay, what do you have? And I was like, okay, I'll, share something. And it turned into something like that. So, but if I didn't ask, obviously, maybe I would have not, done it. And
Yeah.
this is also like, a lot of times agents get disheartened when deals don't happen, because at that time for me the rental deal which was happening was also a big one.
Exactly.
It was almost, if I'm not mistaken, it was some 4.5 million rent for the full building.
Wow.
Okay. So for me that was like, oh my god, and I was disheartened. I was like, shit, everything was done. They were about to sign in a week and this didn't go through. But I was like, okay, fine. But then this opened another door.
You just don't know what's around the corner
Exactly.
in this game. Right?
Yeah.
You just got to stay positive.
You
and
just have
keep
to
asking
keep asking questions, keep doing the thing.
It's starting to make me think about all the times where I didn't ask the question and what could have been,
Yeah, 100%. I mean, look, if you don't ask, you're not going to get an answer.
Yeah.